Hey folks, Joe here with Geeks Worldwide, and this is the Galaxy Z Fold 2, my full review. I absolutely love this phone. It makes every other phone to me look like, I don't know, it's kind of dumb. And I use that word dumb intentionally because when you think about it, we're talking about smartphones, right? We've been in the smartphone phase now for like 10 years, and it's time for a major revolution, and I think this is it. The first Z Fold, I never got my hands on it. I watched plenty of videos, and I guess I did have my hands on it at a Best Buy, but you could tell when you put them side by side that this is a whole other level with the Z Fold 2. An improved hinge, an improved display, improved cameras, improved front display. Oh, this thing is just, it's a marvel to use. What I love about this, I'm going to go all the way around it, tell you what I love, what I don't love, and there's no script here, so it's going to be sort of off the cuff. Now, I've been using this full time for 2 weeks. I paid for it with my own money. I bought a warranty with my own money, and I'll be driving this thing for the foreseeable future. There is no regular slab phone that excites me. Not an iPhone 12, not a Pixel 5. In fact, you could take... I just don't see how any phone that's a conventional phone would get me excited right now. This is where it's at. Now, of course, it's expensive, and I totally understand that. Believe me, it wasn't an easy decision for me to spend money on it. I really thought I was going to just end up returning it. But I went from a Note 20 Ultra, which is a phenomenal phone, down to this, and I prefer this for very good reasons, in my opinion. Okay, so here's the tour of the phone and what I think of it. So first of all, this initial display here, this front display, is next level. You get 120 hertz, it's large, it's like 7 inches or something like that, and there is a crease down the middle, but you only feel it when you move your finger across that. If you rotate the phone the other direction, everything else rotates too, and now you don't have that, right? You only feel it if you go up and down, which of course you may do. I guess my point is, even if you feel the crease, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't, you don't feel it and then you go, oh my god, this thing should have been 500 bucks, what a joke. It's definitely still worth $2,000, especially considering there's nothing else out there like it. Now you do see the crease, of course you can see it here in the video, but when you're looking at it dead on, which I may not be able to replicate, you can't, there you go, you can't see it. It's just, it's not there, it's not a big deal. Okay, this thing is freaking thin, and I love the button layout. I love this capacitive fingerprint sensor dead here in the middle. I prefer it over the Windows Hello type facial recognition. I think that that's too slow. You get USB charger. The speakers on this thing are freaking next level. Let me bump those up for you so you can check it out. Hide the notifications. Go on Do Not Disturb. Rookie mistake. Okay, so play a little Tyler Childers here. Just working your ass. So that's like just over the 50% mark for volume, and it's plenty loud. If I were to jack this thing up, there would be a little bit of distortion, but it's totally doable. I absolutely love the speakers on this thing. It's the first phone I can remember where the speakers are so loud that you don't need an external speaker system like a Google Home Mini, for example. This thing is really solid. Okay, what else about the outside? So no headphone jack. Cares at this point. Okay, yeah, let's talk about the outside. I bought a case because I wanted to be smart and protect my phone. So I bought this Spygen ultra thin armor case thing. I really like the back part, but the front part is just, it's not good. The problem with the front part is, with this lip here, it's just too thick, and so you can't slide from left to right very easily on the home screen, or the the front screen. Also, it snaps on, and then it has these adhesives, and the adhesives are not very strong. So the phone case kept popping up and down. The rear case is great, except not all USB-C cables are going to fit through this bottom hole. You could probably Dremel or something and expand that, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so what I ended up doing is, after watching Jay Williams' review of the Fold 2, he recommended a Soapy Guard case instead of D-brand, and so I picked one up. It was like 11 bucks plus a couple dollars for shipping inside the US. And I really like the skin. It's awesome. I'd probably try to find something with better grip. I thought this carbon would have good grip. It has okay grip. It has better grip than using the actual glass on the back of the phone, but I want better grip. So I'm probably going to seek another solution, but I'd just stick with Soapy Guard because I'm so happy with their materials, the ease of installation, and the price. Pretty awesome. All right, the front display. The front display is actually quite good. You get a pretty large front display, and I just want to keep it off because I got pictures of my kids. But anyway, you get a pretty large front display. Now, the way I use this phone is one of the reasons why I think it's just so incredible. So I spend most of my time on the front screen between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. So when I'm working, I'll just respond to a text, which is a little cramped, I'll admit. With multiple keyboards I've tried, it is cramped. But generally speaking, it's more efficient than opening the screen and then typing away. If I'm typing an email, I definitely open the screen. But most of the time during the day, I'm doing everything on the front display, like finding the music I want to play or the podcast, checking a quick notification, even checking my cameras around my house, checking my alarm system, that kind of stuff. Do it all from the front display. If let's be honest, if I'm on the potty or something, yeah, I'm going to unfold it and I'm going to get to town. I'm going to read some news, I'm going to watch some YouTube. YouTube on this thing is next level. One thing I do almost every morning is I spend about half an hour walking around my house just to try to get my blood pressure going, like, get my heart rate up and get a little exercise, get some steps in. I do a step competition with my friends. So what I'll do is I'll open the phone, quickly unlock it with my thumb, fire up the YouTube, and I'll find a show that I want to watch. So, for example, we'll go with the amazing Lisa from Mobile Tech Reviews. She's next level, really good. Anyway, and I'll hold it like this with one hand, and then I'll walk around my house and I'll watch a video, and that's a really good way to pass the time. Okay. So, but because I use my phone mostly in this candy bar mode, and then in the evening and such, I'm definitely going to be using more of the wider screen, or it's there when I need it during the day, my battery life is incredible. I'll get to 7 or 8 p.m. and I'll be at 50%. I'm not exaggerating, and I use my phone a lot. Now, once I start my evening and I have it open more, and I'm watching more YouTube videos, full screen, stuff like that, the battery will drain. But I end my day above 25, 30%, above those numbers. So let's say between 25 and 35% is where I end my day. Then I plug it in, super fast charging. I'm all the way charged within an hour. And then I leave my phone by the side of my bed. I fall asleep. 6, 7 hours later, I wake up and I'm at 98%, 99%. So it has a really good standby battery hold as well. I love this phone. And I like the cameras. The cameras are really good. I'm coming from the Note 20 Ultra where the cameras were supposedly better. I can't tell a difference, and no one has yelled at me for having these awful photos on my Instagram or whatever. So yeah, this is a great phone, and what I love about it, in addition to everything I've listed, now I guess I'll make this a little bit less, informational. This is more just like how I feel about this device, right? Not specifics about the features and such that make it good. The way I feel about this device is it's an excellent hobbyist device. Like, there is really little out there right now that you can buy from a phone perspective that's just exciting. There is a Surface Duo. It did just drop in price. I am not tempted to go back to it. I felt like one-handing that Surface Duo was miserable. And I spend a good amount of time one-handing my phone, I think, like most people. So I wouldn't go back to it just for that. Plus, there seem to be some issues with the build quality. And of course, the software. The software wasn't that bad for me, but I'm sure it'll get better too. Anyway, so there's really nothing else out there that folds. There's not much out there with 2 screens. There's the LG phone, 2 screens. But, that's an underpowered phone. There's a giant crease in the middle. It's a very thick, heavy case. This is almost perfect. I would like to see a completely flat close. I think that would be awesome. And if they can make this front display just a hair wider, I think that'd be good too. So maybe this part here, I don't know. I don't know much about engineering. But anyway, yeah, I love this phone. There's nothing else out there like it, especially for a hobbyist. So if you're into tech, if you just love having the latest, greatest, if you love trying new things, I think this phone makes a ton of sense. It is expensive. I bought mine open box from Best Buy for $1,700, and then for another $200, I bought a insurance plan. If anything happens to this phone, I can get the inside screen replaced by Samsung for $150 one time within a year, or I can use my warranty through Best Buy and I get the phone replaced. I think what they do is they give you the $2,000 that it's worth towards basically a store credit. So it's a pretty flexible plan for the $200 that I did spend. All right, I hope this was helpful. I love this phone. I love everything about it. I'm keeping it. Nothing else out there is distracting me from this device. I think this is just the ultimate hobbyist phone going into Christmas time. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.